This episode of Video Game Review is brought to you by GameFly. For over 8,000 titles to choose from, no late fees, never play a bad game again, or buy one for that matter, when you sign up with GameFly.com. Link down in the description. Welcome everyone to this week's video game review. I am your host, the Adventurous Joe, and I got, like I said, a ton of frickin' PlayStation 3 games and Xbox 360 games to get through. And right now, I want to review one of those right now, and that is Beyond Two Souls. Oh my god. Ellen Page, Willem Dafoe did fantastic work in this. Their likenesses, their caps, their voices, everything was perfect in this game. This game, now normally I don't play games like this where you gotta do a whole lot of click on this thing in order to do this, or, you know, all that kind of crazy crap, okay? This actually had a fantastic story to it. I loved how it, you know, it had multiple endings as well. 10 different ones to be precise. And I'll tell you right now, this was well done, okay? Perfectly as a game and a story itself. I mean, it was like watching a movie, but it was a movie that kept jumping back and forth in time, okay? For one, you start off as, you know, an older, as you're, you know, as an adult woman and stuff. You're in police custody, and apparently still running for your life and everything, okay? 2, you find out it jumps back to the beginning when you're just a little girl, and you're in this facility with Willem Dafoe and this black guy that's with you as well and stuff, and his name's Cole, and they both look after you like you're their own daughter and stuff like that, okay? And there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. I mean, it just was like, okay, at first I really didn't know what this is all about. It was kind of interesting because, especially when it shows in the beginning cutscene, how she tore up this police station, knocked all these guys down and crap, and, you know, took them apart. And I was just like, what the hell did she do? This is getting interesting, okay? And then it starts you off as a little girl, and you find out you've got this weird power to you. You have a spirit that's attached to you, and his name is Aiden, okay? Aiden likes to do things his way sometimes, but at the same time, he listens to her, okay? And the gameplay in it was phenomenal. As playing both her and Aiden, you get to do a lot in this story. You find out more as she develops into an adult and stuff, into an adult woman. You find out more that there's more to the story than meets the eye. There's not just a little tidbit here and tidbit there. The reason why it's jumping back and forth in time is because it's telling a story of her life. It's like she's giving you background insight into what she went through and everything. Okay, now I'm going to tell you more about the game right now as we show you some gameplay footage. This is Beyond Two Souls. I loved this game. I did not care for a lot of it sometimes, but at the same time, the action in it, the storyline in it was great, okay? Now, there were some things that really bugged the shit out of me, was the whole, having to use Aiden for a lot of things that you couldn't do yourself. Then there was the whole, you know, button mashing thing and stuff like that. Oh, you want to open this door or something like that? You gotta smash that button. Just keep smashing that button, or, you know, some other damn fool thing. And I was just like, okay, I'm really not into that kind of thing. I don't like all this quick time event crap, especially when she's trying to climb a mountain to get away from the cops and shit, and their dogs and everything, the hunting dogs. I mean, it just, quick time events really don't appeal to me in games. Okay, especially in games like this one. However, there's method behind the madness, and I gotta tell you, this had fantastic storyline to it altogether. William Dafoe's facial expressions, his emotions, Ellen Page's voice, the way it goes up and down and all that other stuff. Like one moment she's as shy as can be and stuff. She don't know how to talk really good to everybody. And then she's just like booming at, and telling you like how it is. Or like when she's arguing with Iden and, if you'd have saw Ellen Page really doing this in real life, you'd have been thinking, what a nut job she's become. She's actually talking to herself. No, it's actually pretty damn good. She does a fantastic job in this. And I really didn't see any big deal in the whole shower scene thing. Seriously, it really didn't show anything. I mean, why everyone made a big deal out of it, I'm not sure. Either way, Ellen Page, William Dafoe, all the cast in this did a fantastic work. Great voice acting. I mean, seriously, great voiceover work for things. Great job with the character development. I love how she goes from this shy little girl or shy and scared little girl to, a stronger woman that says, I'm not going to take this shit out of anybody anymore and stuff like that. That she even tells this SWAT guy at one point and stuff when they were part of this special task force group or whatever to capture her. She tells him at one point, tell them to leave me alone. If you come after me again, I will kill you. I was like, woo! Her character was just like, wow. Unbelievable. Now, the storyline itself was great. It was like playing through a movie, watching a movie, but at the same time, your actions determine everything, including the fact of multiple endings. Okay? How you play the game is going to determine your multiple endings. Okay? Seriously. Like, for one, at the close of the game, I don't want to spoil this for anybody real bad and stuff, because this, if you haven't played it, I am going to tell you right now, you should. Okay? But at one point towards the end of the game, you're going to have to come to a choice. There's two choices. Beyond, which takes you basically to heaven, and you go, or whatever they consider heaven, and you join all those characters that died, or you join your mother and, your friends, and so on and so forth. Or, even more so, you go through life, and then you have a choice in life. You go either to two of the guys you love, or two of the guys that your character loves, or you go to your friends and help raise your the little girl who is considered your niece now or something like that, Zoe, that you helped give birth to and stuff, or you walk the path of loneliness. Either way, the choices are strange in every perspective. For one, if you go beyond, okay, you die. Your character dies. But you become just like Iden. You become a spirit walking among the earth and stuff like that. And her spirit ends up with Zoe. Okay? Her spirit will end up with Zoe because she loves her, cares about her, wants to protect her from the darkness. And then there's even room for a sequel. I don't even know if there's going to be a sequel, because it leaves you hanging on a big cliffhanger note that no matter what your choice is, she's going to talk about a coming darkness that's going to destroy the world. Okay? And that you're going to have to be the one to stop it all. Okay? Now, or Zoe's going to end up having to be the one to stop it all. Somebody ends up being the choice in the matter, and it's just like, wow. Really? Unbelievable. Either way, let's move on to that final verdict now. Okay, not final verdict, but final judgment on Beyond Two Souls. I am going with an 8 out of 10. Badass seal of approval. I loved this storyline in it. The action was pretty good in it, even though you had to do a little button mashing here and there, quick time events through things. The storyline was incredible, especially Aiden. Aiden's power was just unbelievable. For being a spirit, he just freaking, you know, bam, was able to throw cars and all this other shit. Throw chairs, tables, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, like a ghost kind of thing could do. But this was just like a, I'm a powerful ghost kind of thing. And it's like, damn! It was just unbelievable how this all worked out. And I gotta tell you, Beyond Two Souls, I'm giving it high recommendations. Jesus God, I never give high recommendations like this to a game like this. But this, I liked. I actually liked it. I loved it. I loved the voice acting in it. I loved William Dafoe's facial expressions when he was getting mad, when he was sad. I loved Ellen Page's voice in it. I love how her character, facial expressions, all, you know, everything worked out great in this game. And I loved every moment of it. My biggest gripe with it is the quick time event crap. Okay, I really hate that shit in the middle of a game where they'll say, oh, you want to do this certain thing? You gotta do the little button mashing thing. A little quick time event. Oh, hit that button real quick or you're gonna get hit. Yeah, that kind of thing bugs the shit out of me in games. Okay, but this still rates my 8 out of 10. Badass seal of approval and high recommendation to check it out for yourself. If you've played it already, which most of you probably have, I'm way behind in the times, I know. You can call me slowpoke or anything else in between that says, well, everybody and their brothers practically reviewed this game already. What the hell's your problem? I've got stacks of games. I'm going to show you sometime. I'm going to have them stacked here and here and show you just how much of a stack I'm talking about. Either way, final verdict. Final verdict. That's Angry Joe stuff. Sorry. Final judgment upon this little baby is once again an 8 out of 10. Badass seal of approval and high recommendations. Check it out for yourselves. Did I think the game was good? Yes, absolutely. I loved every moment of it. Okay? I loved how you got choices in it that act like a butterfly effect in it. Okay? That if you don't do this certain thing right, people die. The characters will end up being shown towards the end of the game that if you make the life choice or the beyond choice. Okay? So if you go beyond, you get to be with those characters that died. The ones that you called your friends and stuff like that. That took care of you, looked out for you. All those things. If you go with the life choice, you end up, you know, with 5 different choices to make. Or 4 or 5 different choices to make. I know there's like at least 4 or 5 in there, okay? Either way, once again, that's it for this week's video game review. I have been your host, as always, the Adventurous One, the Adventurous Joe, Joseph Michaels. Peace out, may the Force be with you, and may the power protect you all. I will see you next time on my next video game review, and I have no freaking clue what the hell I'm reviewing yet. But maybe it'll be a surprise to you all. Until next time, see you next time around. Later.